This was not a victory. Nobody expected a sound like this, a smell like this. The gunpowder is on fire, the ground is wet, and there I am. I scan the room. Some are yelling, some are wailing and kneeling, and others are standing just like me. We've won, they say. We made it. We've won. And on that evening, all those still standing on the Mohács plain would ask themselves the same question. What do I feel now? And most would not have an answer. Plain of Mohács, August 29th, 1526. I will tell you about today's win, but let me tell you this. This is not the victory you think it is, not in the slightest. I will tell it to you not from the tent of a sultan, but from the muddy boots of a Janissary soldier. And the difference between the two is everything.
The Ottoman army had been on the move since July. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent's forces had assembled on the Mohács plain with an estimated 60 to 80,000 fighting men and over 300 cannon. Artillery lines had been established and positions taken early that morning. The Hungarian army, numbering some 25,000 men, was struggling to form its lines across the field. The Janissary Corps had taken up positions in the center of the line. The wait started.
Morning. The hardest part is waiting. I've got my sword. The guns are charged. All is in readiness, just missed the order. Mustafa is on my right, praying. Hassan has fallen asleep to my left. I don't know how he's sleeping. Maybe he's not sleeping, maybe he's just got his eyes closed. I do that sometimes too. January taught me all I know. How to wait. How to handle pain. How to sleep. How to kill. One thing it didn't teach me, what it feels like after victory, never asked. Because I never thought to inquire. Mustafa finishes his prayer and turns to me. It'll be quick today, he says. I ask, how do you know? I hear a rumble in my belly, he says. I fight faster on an empty stomach. I laugh. I laugh really. I'm glad I got to laugh today before I died.
The Hungarian army set out at noon. The infantry in the center followed the cavalry on the wings. The Ottoman vanguard retreated, not a trap, just part of the plan to bait the Hungarian forces right into the artillery range. The retreat was complete. The Hungarians moved forward. The guns were charged.
Noon, I can see them. They march in good order. These are good soldiers. Courageous soldiers. It kind of bothers me. Brave people are not easy to kill. Easy to kill the mad ones, easy to kill the wicked ones. But someone marching with his flag, waiting to be told what to do. The order is given. Cannons. Heard by all stops. The cannon booms, the plain is not the same. One instant, one moment, and the formation over there is broken. Voices through the smoke, horses, shouts. The sound of stuff breaking. Forward, run!
That day, the Ottoman artillery shattered the Hungarian center in a matter of minutes. The right wing snapped, the left flank tried to hold, but the left flank was meaningless without the center. King Louis II of Hungary was driven from the battlefield. Fast is one word all the historians agree on when describing that day. Real quick.
I'm struggling. I will not say about it. I'm fighting. I learned this in January. I know what to do with my hands. My brain's not in it. Just my hands. The man in front of me is a young man. He hesitates briefly as if to surrender. I see that question in his eyes. Will he take it? No time. I can't help it. I go on. I can't forget that look, the look of a man willing to give up. What is that look on the battlefield? Is it real or just a trick?
The fight lasted less than 2 hours. On that day, most of the Hungarian infantry was killed. Thousands of soldiers were pushed into the Danube. The Ottoman forces took possession of the plain. The victory was rapid and decisive.
Evenings. The plain is getting quiet. I walk. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking. My legs know, but I don't know. The fight is over. We did win. Okak is alive. Mustafa lives. Hassan is not dead. I'm alive. This I must think on. I am alive, but cannot think. because there's no one to share it with. Yes, we will celebrate together in January, but this is something else. This is not an internal celebration. It's that feeling of a job well done. It's that feeling when you've got the sheep in and the gate shut. Is something lacking? I don't know. Maybe this is how it was supposed to be. Perhaps this is victory, but then I see something. Something on the ground. I bend down. A string. Small iron with a flat disc-shaped plate at one end. A rough homemade cross is engraved on it. The chain is broken. It snapped in the middle, not because of the force, but as if it had been torn apart. It's on the ground, in the mud. Who bore this? A military man, a Hungarian trooper. Maybe his mama give him some, maybe his wife, or he made it himself like a nail hammered flat. I pause. I look at it for a long time. Who has this? Someone brings it. Something carried because somebody believed in it. They say it will take me home. Home. Somebody is waiting at home. I don't know where I am from. They took me when I was young. I was little. The furnace claimed me. The furnace was my home. But this man had a house. This man was waiting for somebody. And this guy was here today. Should I take the chain or should I let it go? I don't know. There's no answer to that question for you either. Because that's not the real question. The real question is, what did I gain today?
That day at Mohács, the independence of the Hungarian kingdom was effectively ended. A few days later, the Ottoman army entered Buda. And so began a century of what would be a century. History would call this a victory. Maps were redrawn, borders were made, and names were written in the annals. This was no victory for the Janissary soldier striding across the plain. The victory was this: if you were still breathing at sunset, that was all. Davud, from a distance, Mustafa calls to me. The company is piling up. I stand up, I go on foot. I don't look back.